very convincing round from Faze Clan.
Yeah, super good. I think the two CTs left over thought they were just going to be avoided for sure. They actually could have tucked and maybe pulled that off, but instead, I mean, it's good conviction here from Faze. I like that lurk from Twist. And again, when you get counter smoke there, or not even get counter smoke, they threw a smoke just to get arch control. They threatened that, expanded to CT, and then you had Kerrigan with a 3-2-1 swing with his team.
अबे तूने रिप्ले में इनकी टर्न देखी कैसे पलटते हैं? कोहली पड़ते ही पलटते हैं.
Faze fighting back.
And Frozen operating ahead of the utility here.
मेरा ऐसा रिएक्शन टाइम था जब मैं आज से 5 साल पहले.
This is a big opportunity for Faze.
You've got low guns on NIP.
And Nipper making this feel like a full buy, but they don't have that much.
Frozen finally whittled down somewhat. Good swing there by Ujerks. He's going to find Frozen on his own. Closest support was Brokey with the bomb on the other side of that deep CT smoke.
Kind of made some magic happen.
Ujerks, कैसे नाम है?
Like a full buy with the amount of utility that they made sure to buy to take over B control, and they got the kill they needed to make this round scary. Still recoverable situation for Faze, but it has to be called perfectly.
Kerrigan operating on his own here on the
They're
arch
down to
side.
1 flash, by the way.
So low health Ujerks, easy pickup for Kerrigan. Finds that one with barely any damage back, but again, just the only arch player, not expecting Wrinkle to come out with that full gun. There's limitations, sure, for NIP, but not for Wrinkle. Kaspersky up top, loses his big player, strikes while the distraction was live. We go 30 seconds to the clock here. Twist has got to find a way to get back over,
They have no moto smoke.
Right? Just trying to get that bomb out. Twist gets back with 2. Wrinkle, he knows where he's at, and he's got the health advantage over Twist. Wide swing, finds it.
He tried to make it a movie. Nice try.
Ballsy swing for that.
इसे जंप करके जो चेक की थी देखा तूने? पिट में.
Almost does it on his own.
But the wide swing is the correct choice when he's holding that tight.
Yes,
so
sir.
Put a lot of pressure on him. Close call, but the fact that Nip win, again, we go back to the beginning of this round, and it's all utility that gets Frozen separated with a molly behind him, the swing from the CZ, running up to the half wall. This is a well-called round for Nip. So a lot of teams would try to squeeze every dollar to get the best they can, and you clearly saw that they favored utility and justified it. But actually, with those kills from Twist, look at the buy from Nip. 3 MP9s.
Definitely keep the pressure on still.
Again, there's logic here that they're just utility on Inferno.
It's Wrinkle stepping it up tonight for NIP. Both clutch wins so far this map as well belong to the Ninjas in Pajamas. Yeah, second timeout, 5-2, that's true. Faze in damage control, but again, advantage in this round if you just look at the guns. It's everything NIP can afford. Faze may be panicking, but Nipper on the brink of a save. So here comes that quick charge down through into the B site.
It's a big entry out of Kerrigan.
Good on Ujerks to get one from beyond the grave with that frag.
No
Snappy
smoke.
just slides out, slams Kerrigan down, goes wide for more, but then he puts himself on display to 3 Faze players. Kaspersky through smoke, recovers it back, and that man advantage could bode well for this NIP retake.
Yeah, it's more of the spam damage. Here's that smoke they needed on Coffins to safely cross.
It's a deep one.
It'll be fine.
Brokey playing back sight, lets Twists play close, tries to help out, but Brokey gets popped. It's another moment here for Twist. Another chance for Twist. And
Constantly
another
expensive.
heartbreak for Twist as the third player he goes up against bests him.
I mean, they would have loved to have an extra man up so that they could make sure it doesn't need to be that clutch. It could have just been a 1-on-2 for Twist, but they're losing paces along the way. The spam's coming in again. We have that Kaspersky from CT spawn, punishing him right after the plant went down.
Told you?
Great entry for Kerrigan. P9.
We had 5 rounds back and forth, non-consecutive round wins. NIP solved that.
Winning the round is one thing.
On the attempt out of Faze Clan to again test at least one side of this A site. Snappy's had this affinity for the push down banana, but he doesn't go all the way through.
Yeah, let's see if
And
they
that CT lead secured by the Ninjas.
Twist has got all these kills in these late round situations, and they tried to make this buy behind it kind of just grant a lot of leverage, but they kind of over leveraged in this spot. They didn't get any kills on this round. They get no bomb plan as well, so it ends up just being expensive. I think it was worth a risk to go for the buy, but like, look how well it's handled by Nip, man. Also, surprised to see how much that Faze are going for these arch wraps and arch plays, but Nipper getting better.
Biaps.
Handling it.
I love Snappy's body language there. It's like he looks up and down the line like, guys, are we really doing this? Is this game happening this easy, right? 7-2 lead. The calls are feeling good. Kaspersky's pulling kills out of smokes.
Yeah.
You know, Snappy hasn't had to really kind of fine-tune anything just yet.
Utility looks great.
Hasn't had to criticize any of his pieces.
Oh, wow. That is crazy. That might bait him.
Love that they keep this boost mantled.
That was so perfect.
Oh, but the shots are missed. Luckily, Shush will help.
And they got so much damage. That was so perfect.
Oh, but the shots are missed. Luckily, Shush will help.
And they got so much damage.
Twist pulled forward through that door, wanted to help. Pulled forward. NIP are not letting you get into banana for free, constantly keeping them on this test, and so Faze Clan having to tuck tail and try to save these AK-47s. This is NIP 10 rounds into a CT side, leading 8-2 over Faze Clan.
Full control as well. I mean, 10 players alive these last 2 rounds. So much confidence. We have the call out from Exist on the tack pause that Faze are burning through their timeouts. This level shows us how Nip got into a 2-0 situation. Now Faze need to show us how they got here. There has to be a point where they crest that final wave and really start to take off after getting tested over and over again.
Udah bang.
Nip were another team, no telling how they were going to do coming into this major.
Wild to me that this is the same team that lost to NRG with their coach in the server
is good too.
at the start of the major, but have truly powered up. Day by day, we're starting to see why. Another convincing and confident move out of Snappy, right? Look at the impact he's been able to find down banana.
I mean, they're so confident on that timing to go for the push with the HEs that just landed too, that he's got soft targets to go after.
What's wild as well is Snappy as an individual was one of the guys that fell off more than anybody else at the start of CS2. Did not like this game, was very vocal about it, statistically kind of dropped into his worst period of his entire career.
So what is this, Portland?
That's crazy. Good stuff. And now we're talking about a Snappy who's happy to just come down banana at a Faze clan that keep trying to test the waters, and he steps up to it every time. So good on Snappy being a driving force in this convincing first map pick of Faze clan. Again, just to reiterate. Twistle burn, wrinkle out of the backside as Jacob once more takes a look at A.
Excuse me?
Oh, Kaspersky goes back to it.
Oh, he's just styling on him, it looks like.
Second burst will finish the job, chased now by the bomb carrier at 15 seconds. And Kaspersky just perched up in the corner, blindsides it. That's Brokey with nothing. Twist's too late to the party to really take a try at this, and Ninjas in Pajamas sitting pretty on the brink of double digits in the first half of play.
It's one of those games where everything's working so well, and even when they make a small mistake, they don't really get punished off of it. Kaspersky worried about a flank that's not there, still gets his kill. When he jumps up into cold, they don't even read that he could be there. Nipper happy, and you know, it's really justified, man. They're not winning lucky rounds. They're winning off of, first, a great foundation.
Right here, 1B ups.
Of utility, the banana control.
Chair one, chair.
With utility flying over top of the coffin smoke as well. This is good control for Faze clan of the bomb site. It's a forced hand for Ninjas in Pajamas. Going to have to come at this. Coffins popped by Kerrigan, who collects a second and will spam down further, but Wrinkle's still trying. The final one to fall. It's a third round at the tail end of this T-side. Faze clan forced to fight every step of the way. What a tone set in this game by Ninjas in Pajamas.
B ups in market. A ups. What the fuck are you doing?
Three successful opening duels for all of Faze clan that half, and all three of them belong to Kerrigan. Safe to say that the other pieces weren't able to step up to the likes of what was Wrinkle's op starting over on A, and Snappy having a solid half on an individual mechanical level.
And
so many different looks, right, with his banana aggression that just had FaZe Clan guessing.
Yeah, and the calling perspective, I mean, it's just one of the best halves I've seen from Nip in recent memory, just really strong overall. It's full strength here. FaZe are going to have to work hard if they want to pull this back. They're definitely going to need everybody to contribute, you know. Don't want this to be one more map that Brokey was just absent, that the core of this team couldn't show up at the same time. And it's a FaZe map pick as well that they've got to try to defend here. Yeah, how's Nip's game plan look so good on FaZe's map pick? This might be a good idea for Nip. Even though there's 4 here, there's Pit that's totally open right now. Kerrigan's about to get smoked out and flashed.
Oh, Shush already hits the ground. Brokey and no, it's Jacob with the double kill.
Nice.
Russian
Then
BFs.
Beretta stuffed the bracket side, and Twist will get
Underpass,
poked.
one
Jacob's
going
got his
underpass.
trades. Jacob steps up. Individual level there in the middle of both sides of the attack. FaZe Clan's pistol, at least in the second half, will be convincing.
That was pretty huge. You know, if it's going to be
I
a hall
told
spot,
you.
you're probably not going to set up like that, but they still... 2 on lane, they can see people jumping out, they're ready to hit their shots. It's a little scary when this happens, but they delivered on it. And when I say they, I mean Jacob, both there.
Yeah.
To shut this down. 3rd kill inside of Boiler.
Maybe not anticipating so much inside of short, but it just feel like there wasn't enough pressure through middle or through Boiler to unravel those 2 short setups. Twist had it covered, so he let him know, you guys just focus in on the apartments attack. Cut him down to size. Wouldn't be the first comeback that FaZe have given us in Budapest. Brokey to the corner, it goes unchecked, and him and Twist.
Oh.
Gonna cut down 2. Pit players got a double. All's good for FaZe Clan.
All right, very
5
nice.
players strong. Again, just a pistol, just a conversion. But the nature of it is what's already got that FaZe core believing.
Economy was such a huge problem in the first half, and here's a moment where get to collect off an eco, not lose a single guy, and maybe get another one to build that stack of paper up even higher.
Flash, beautiful flash, in fact.
Dead to the Glock here.
Frozen full white to that one. You know, we talked about utility and NIP for most of that half, and so here's an instance of it. Very little to work with, and they get their bang for their buck on that $200 flashbang.
That is no joke.
It's going to allow NIP to group up.
Inferno's this map that has that what feels like the longest rotations with having to go down Speedway. So a very difficult decision to make. They're going to leave Kerrigan alone at B site.
It's an MP9 stolen over as well. It changes hands over to Ujurks.
This is the right adjustments, the right read on the attack that Nip are bringing.
Brokey starts to step forward, getting very close to now that SMG on the other side. Ooh, clean frag though.
In and out.
Gun will hit the ground. He's gonna sense that there's more there. Absolutely right about that one. Peeks down into it, peels a second and a 3rd player off of the setup. Another flashbang, but I think that was a CT side. Alas, it's still getting cleaned up. Kill by kill, coming out for FaZe Clan. 3 players stand strong for FaZe. And so, they'll cut that lead down to just 3 rounds, but Ninjas have been waiting for this next one. Guns in hand for the attack.
Brokey with the multi-kill here. Let's get back into the game. Whoa. Are they leaking the script?
Yeah, just a little bit. We pull back the curtain.
Let's see if that happens on this rifle.
Good luck. Feels like it's been hard to get that close to the Ninjas of Pajamas.
They make up some lost ground with that last round, getting a couple of kills where they didn't have much of an investment, but overall it's still a very good start to the second half for FaZe. They've got plenty left over. And the Brokey op. Null impact on T side is excusable. It's versus Inferno. You're not going to really get that many opportunities here. Here it will be a little bit different.
We saw what Wrinkle could do on the defense. That was the status set for Brokey to try to step up to. And similarly to Wrinkle, expect him to be floating around the middle side.
Really looking for this. With the utility we saw on T side, or CT side, I'm really looking for this CT side response from Faze.
It's utility pressure, well placed. Utility pressure, well placed. Fire on both. Kerrigan tries to charge down. Frozen kills Ujurx as he was trying to come out at what would have been a very blind-looking Kerrigan.
Oh, he made a noise.
But check this out. We've got Snappy and Kerrigan inside of the smokes together.
Just 2 Danes in a corner.
It's another smoke that goes beyond it.
Oh,
Snappy.
That kind of worked against him.
Is that what you wanted? Because here we are. Snappy gets the kill inside of it.
Oh, I wonder if that's going to be a round changer.
And Twists with Frozen flashing him in. It's going to try to take a look at this, but
Second flash.
NIP,
cracked.
all 3 players just ate that flashbang. Here comes the second. Kaspersky plays counter flash that time. If the first flash had been jumped on, it could have been death on the side of NIP. And Frozen's throwing those utilities with only 8 health. 1 bullet from any gun, and it's a headshot from Snappy, who doubles back towards that mid-check, and Brokey's gonna cut him down. Scoops up a kit in the process. Now both players for FaZe playing with one.
Did they know there was both there? I don't know if they both got spotted or heard in that moment, but it looks like they're watching the same angle.
Now Kaspersky posted up, goes down to Jacob. Shush, waiting for their arrival. Falls back off of Orange, gives himself... Goes down to Jacob. Shush, waiting for their arrival. Falls back off of Orange, gives himself a chance to swing, but instead decides to just go back further. Takes the fight on his terms as the CTs come to him.
Oh, what a close out of Shush. He was low on HP, played the front side of quad, full confidence. That would have been an easy steal for Brokey.
And that's what Shush is here for.
Yep. And this actually does matter.
Snappy stuffing Kerrigan, finding that additional headshot, and then into this flashbang. Just so fluid with Shush in that, right? You could feel like he had his plan
He knew
from
what
the
he
first
wanted.
frag.
That's what I'm saying with him. It's like he has all the protocols. It's preordained. He knows he's on the spice. He knows exactly what's going to happen next. He's definitely prescient when the pressure's on.
4-round lead, NIP. Faze on the back foot. What a battle we had down Banana last round with all the utility in that close corner between Snappy and Kerrigan.
To be fair, was looking really good for NIP.
Sure.
Molly's on both sides, the HE damage, the control. We had Frozen take out a player as Kerrigan was blind running up. Couldn't ask for a lot more.
This time, though, no challenge in a bracket, so NIP are just going to slot into all this open space.
Nice spray down.
Nice. Twist getting a double, missed shot from Brokey, but it's all good. You've got Jacob on cleanup from the pit. Twist comes back in, Wrinkle hits a headshot, can't manage to do it all. Would have had to be the 1v5. That's a big one for Van Dulken.
It's really nice to see Twist's impact coming in at this point of the round because they can actually win behind it. He was clearly having some big moments brewing, but they weren't getting enough frags to make sure that his kills won the round. Here's one of those.
Off of Jacob's flashbang. Collects the first 2. And this bomb site control that NIP thought that they were just inches from ends up being a stellar defense. Now we're talking about an attack that's just relegated back to pistols, no Kevlar.
We see those 2 anti-ecos now result, and NIP have that little extra money to get through this last round, earn themselves another eco for NIP.
Oh, but
popped in right between the shoulder peak, grabbed the gun and snuck away. Shush, again, was he planning on jumping out halls? No, but he just wanted to get that gun before any more protocols came. He knew exactly what he was getting into. This is a bit of a scare here for Faze.
No Kevlar to make the most of that M4, but an M4 is still an M4. Kaspersky almost killed by the frag grenade as another smoke goes down in front of this pack.
Okay, no missteps here. You got to make sure you keep your guns out.
No flashbang to get through the smoke either. This is raw for NIP. They'll just throw a player over. And then from the corner comes Frozen.
Crushed.
Clean triple mowdown on the Kevlar-less NIP approach. Oh, 91 damage off of the frag grenade as well. So excellent 1 dig out of Shush. Keeps Faze Clan on their toes, but they can bank on Frozen, drawing that line in the sand over towards Banana. It's a 2-round game now.
And now it really feels like we've got an even game, like in the couple of small moments here where really feels like we've got an even game, like in the couple of small moments here where it's been rifle versus rifle. Faze have shown a lot of strength.
Boy, Wrinkle forced back.
They tried to go for the Daiwu
damage,
pick.
right? A lot of damage just to take a look. Ooh, Jacob, big responsibility in the apartments alongside Brokey.
You said missed shot from Brokey last round. Just don't want to hear that again.
I know, it's a phrase that's becoming too often. He lands that one, Shush survives, clip through the edge.
Who's better off there? I feel like they're happy to not die in that spot.
Everybody just kind of scatters from that, right?
Oh, a
Another
well-played
bit of
screen.
nade damage,
Yeah.
dude. This damage on NIP is tough to stomach. You've got majority of the team sub 50.
Little bit unconfirmed right now, but there's actually still 2 HEs left over. One of those in the B site, Molly as well. That can make a difference.
They'll take over Banana though, and this time there's no Frozen in the back corner to spray them down for free.
More utility. Oh, and
Interesting.
Kaspersky down.
Yep, he just took a peek out through the boiler, catches twists over towards that A site.
Snappy's the only one with over 50 health, and they have 5 alive.
Kerrigan starts getting pulled back somewhat away from B. Leaves Frozen on his own momentarily.
I'm telling
but
you, this HE, man, this could be golden for him, but he doesn't know it.
he's going to have to time it to perfection, and then you have to wonder, does he try to throw it to stop a bomb plant, or does he try to throw it as they're going to try to hit this bomb site?
Waiting for the info to get corroborated here from Frozen, who's getting up close. That
They're all
HE
grouped.
Oh, he's blowing the smoke open.
That's all he gets for it. Oh, Frozen peeks within it, and then he will slay. Easy frags, full house between Frozen and Kerrigan. It is murder on the doorsteps of the B site.
It's interesting because it has an impact, but it's not about killing them. It's about drawing their attention.
It's just a little classier. Opens up the door for Frozen to peek and to Kerrigan to slide out.
That's the CS2 difference. They get worried.
Oh, they also turn as if there's like a flash or something.
Yeah, maybe they expected a second play because they heard the smoke get blown open. They thought someone was going to fast push through CT, but it was really just a coffin's peek the whole time. Caught them all playing anti-flash, and now it's a 1-round game.
It's a 1-round game, and only Kaspersky's got a gun to play with in round 20 already, down to 50 health as well. Tech-9 set ablaze, trades good, Frozen's out of this one. Op comes over for Brokey, lands it, finishes off Kaspersky, but that is still 2 guns over towards Banana to be picked up by the Ninjas in Pajamas.
They're running quite far from this, actually. It's kind of, I feel like, a little bit of a desperate nip. I'd be a bit concerned about them trying to pop this, but they don't have an HE to disrespect this smoke right now. And right now, Brokey's just trying to trade places with Twist. He'll be here in time. And now they're coming.
Flash has announced the intention. Ooh.
Wow, nice spray.
Yeah, crosses before smoke pops. That's the end of Shush. Flash
Smoke.
finds the pit
You have a
player.
smoke?
Kerrigan tucks in, deals with the pistol. Bomb carrier in the middle of 4, pressure's on, and Twist and Kerrigan combine this time. It's either Twist and Kerrigan, Frozen and Kerrigan, regardless of who it is. This B site is standing the test of NIP.
10-10 is crazy after that first half. Amazing comeback now for Faze after a series of solid rounds. Losing 1 this half so far.
This is 8 rounds of play in the second half. 1 round win for the Ninjas in Pajamas, and not a single bomb plant in the 7 rounds Faze wins.
Just, yes.
They're shut down at the doormats.
We've seen mowdowns on the front of the B site, on brackets over on A.
Nothing necessarily bad about the approach here from Nip, but just good rotations good utility from their CT side. And shots getting hit. And Twist getting his flowers after
Hell yeah.
getting so close to so many big rounds in the first half. Now his kills are converted into rounds. He's really starting to light up the server.
Probably felt too good to be true for the Ninjas.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's a 10-10, you know what I mean? It's a comeback, but
Yep.
it's 10-10. That's
Yes,
a big
sir.
punish on the upper.
Kaspersky's last 6 maps of this major have been phenomenal. Playing beyond all expectations. Flash eaten by Frozen. He's gonna go down with nothing. In round 21, Ninjas in Pajamas will look to finally put that bomb down on B. As Kerrigan tries to run over and pressure this smoke, he'll set the default plant ablaze. Throws down another smoke and just
Excuse
keeps
me?
on trying to press in, but Snappy knows Kerrigan's games.
Also, no flash, nothing. Maybe he was just going to try to lurk over to CT and then set up a retake from the B side. I don't know, but now this round is over.
Just when it felt like FaZe Clan had their hands on the game, huh?
I mean, it feels like a minor error, but, you know, Brokey dying too. They need the smoke open, right? Kaspersky's waited for it. You can see his head. It's not technically the easiest shot for the op, and he wished he had more vision, but the fact that a rifle kills an op in this moment, that's all Nip needed.
Missed shot by Twists. Just to keep it fair. Trying to save this, man. They're coming.
He's a Terminator right now.
He fights on, but that'll be 2 alive for NIP as they secure 11, and a FaZe Clan's economy that gets bottomed out at the end of the round.
All right, I want this to go to 24 rounds now, just because I think we deserve the most exciting finish.
FaZe Clan still with ample money. They've even still got another op for Brokey, all the grenades in the world. This is a critical turning point for FaZe. Tie us up at 11 all. Put the pressure right back onto the Ninjas. Or do NIP finally win 2 rounds in a row in this half?
The one benefit of a comeback is, as you start to lose rounds, it's a lot of time to think about the other team's half. You know, the CT side, they go deep into the ideas, they go into the patterns, and this is where Snappy could potentially use that against them. Not that that's going to be easy to do versus Kerrigan. Let's see if he has any more tricks up his sleeve. But yeah, even though they're on 11, it's only 2 rounds this half so far for Nip.
Again, man, it's just a huge exchange of utility on Banana. Feels like Ujerks has been on half a health bar
He
this
gets
whole
ball
half.
back, he's dead. Oh, nice shot, Brokey.
That's what we need. Brokey's up, collects 1. But what's this? 2 players up inside of the apartments met by a smoke. Already NIP taking over bracket control, not wasting time here whatsoever. Frag grenade's gonna chip away a few. Jacob, instant headshot, plays out in the open. Shush has got his number and a double. It's gonna fall on Kerrigan. Into the corner, he'll hold. Executes Kaspersky, missed off shot, but he knows Shush is out here. Kerrigan delivers!
It was supposed to be in B.
A double from the corner stands the test of NIP, who cranked the dial on that A site, and we do get tied at 11.
They didn't even entertain the thought that Kerrigan would be on this side of the map. They got hoodwinked after that 2K out of Shush. Should have kept your guard up. That's 1 back for FaZe after this shot from Brokey.
Just catching an elbow. Jacob with the instant headshot. Kerrigan is allowed to live. And Twist comes in to make sure they seal the deal. Now NIP fight for 12 with a force buy. Triple Mac 10 comes out of this. Do not want to waste a 9-3 TSD side.
Oh, they invested. They invested fully.
But here we are.
No timeout either. Right into it. What's the plan? How efficient were those comms?
Again, they're going to try to pop.
The flash is
Huge
good.
move. Mac 10 just barrels through, and this time there's not a third piece. It's on Twist to at least hold off one side of the A site. FaZe could try to bank on a retake.
They have to, actually. Otherwise, it's going to be map point.
And this is not something that we've seen out of FaZe so far on Inferno.
Look.
All the rounds they win this half have just been straight up kills.
Ujerks in window room.
Gonna
How are
try
they going to clear this out?
play this long
अरे
call.
भेंटचोद
Flashes up short side already. We've got 3 kits on the play, so as long as Kerrigan's not defusing, should still be good for time. Ujerks looks to strike. Shush gets his. No!
What?
It gets turned on! Frozen gets the better of it on the short side. Kaspersky from inside, big kill, 2! Shoots through smoke, exposes both, and clutches out. As Faze Clan were on a tear, it is him and the player up in apartments to live on.
That should have not even been possible. Frozen turnaround kill on Ujerks. That was absolutely insane. But Kaspersky answering back with 3 frags from Pit.
He's not alone, but such a clutch moment because the pressure's on with that smoke and the defuse coming through. They didn't want to show their hand. Man, oh man.
They stole that. 3 Mac-10 by Hallspawn.
Wow.
Another Shush entry.
Such a snappy moment. Just charges them down with Mac-10, Snappy's favorite gun.
We know why he likes Glaive. The rush call, round 23.
Well, he'll fall with one in hand this time around. Frag to the corner.
This shouldn't matter at all, but Wrinkle's got a Zeus.
Just have to mention that. You just had to bring that up, huh? I mean, I appreciate you calling it early.
Calling from the grave here. Snappy.
push 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 push
Really not given a chance to live this time around.
Round 24. It was written.
Faze Clan. Bodies over towards this site. I mean, Frozen.
Twist is in a support spot, but he doesn't have actual utility to flash through or anything like that.
Frozen's been rock solid on
Frozen doesn't have
defense.
utility either.
Oh, he's just so fixated on the smoke. Staring up into the sky, Ujerks takes his head off.
He jumped up, tried to catch the Grand Slam, and goes down.
They open their smoke to jump over. Kerrigan trying to test this. Lineup's there. Misses his chance to stop bomb. Retakes on here for Faze. Or NIP finish this off with back-to-back rounds in regulation at the final hurdle. NIP may have just cleared Faze. We'll see. This is a retake with no kit featured. Frag grenade chucked out by Brokey. Op's gonna have to be a part of this. Twist trying to get his. Brokey over the shoulder collects, and as they start to push this in, it's now gonna be Shush 1v3 point blank. Jumping MP9. Onto the bomb they'll go.
अरे
10
मेरा
seconds,
एम
no
का लैंड क्यों हो
problem.
गया
Overtime required to separate the two.
Yes, sir. They move just fast enough. Post haste here into the site. Deflating moment here for Nip as Faze steal one in the end. Frozen getting caught with his silencer sticking up over the coffins. I think that was a wallbang headshot entry. And they pull this back. Oh, he's going to be happy about
Yeah,
getting a
he
second
will.
chance.
Oh yeah.
They came in early. They tried to get him the body block.
Sure. Sure. Send him the bait. Hook, line, and sinker.
This has been a symmetrical half in terms of how impressive the CT side performances have been, and now Faze will get to continue. We'll see if the dominance also does. Oh, that nade gets clipped.
Yeah, doesn't do much.
Hello,
Just bounces off.
वालेकुम सलाम कैसे हो
They don't come away with the kill on this round. They also narrowly avoid a lot of ammo.
chilling
coming
bro
back in their
chilling
direction.
गेम खेल रहे हैं
यार फ्री हो अभी तो
Good flash.
क्या क्या करना है
Just barreling through
यार
utility
ये
coming up.
लोगों वाला
They
काम
still
करना
got
था
leads
यार
over on
ग्रुप
the A
प्रोजेक्ट
site.
है
There's
ग्रुप
still a
वाले
moment
पीछे
here
लगे
where
हुए
they're
भाई
trying to get
तो
Faze to
कर
make
रहा
one more bad decision before they make
कर लेंगे
A's.
कुछ बना लेंगे मैं बना देता हूँ तुम्हारे लिए
There is no push coming out from the CT side. They're thinking about A, but the retake now is coming into mid.
यार
Chasing
मैं
to get
तो
info or steal one
मैं
back.
AI से प्रॉम्प्ट लूंगा और फिर मैं उसको एडजस्ट करूंगा इलस्ट्रेटर
Oh,
पे
that nade is perfect.
Oh!
The lineup is beautiful.
मैं शेयर
Dunks it onto Shush,
जैसे
gets
मैंने
back
कैसा
to
बनाया
4v4.
अरे
उसमें ना
Smoke
एक
grenades
की
gonna deny
प्रॉब्लम
Frozen,
थी
his angle doesn't
लाइक
matter.
हे है ना
Ujerks
उसमें वो
peel
दो
off
चश्मे
it.
वाला हे था
CTs open it up,
हमें
trying
दूसरा
to
हे
put
चाहिए
pressure on both. Carrier found.
और
And it's
उसमें
over
जो
the B defenders
रे
looking
है
for the
वो
kill.
काफी
Wrinkle, what do you
प्रॉमिनेंट नहीं
want?
है मैं देखता हूँ कॉल पे रहो ये देखना
Wow.
Faze Clan jumping on the opportunity to take this lead.
Taking that HE from Jacob. How clean was that with his damage? Took no risk. Right over the lip of the ledge. Got the info on the B play. Rotation comes out perfectly. Oh. Crawl away from that.
Can't hide the artillery.
अच्छा कलर ये होना जरूरी है.
Damage through the smokes as well.
It's really awkward there for Wrinkle for a second,
Okay.
right? Getting bombs, switching to the AK. Like if that was a time spent planting, I don't know, maybe Faze still jumped through. They just had so many bodies to throw at it. The
अच्छा हो
moment
सकता
Faze
है.
get 2 kills through smoke, they just know that round is theirs.
अब मुझे ये बताओ कलर्स कैसा वाला ब्लू चाहिए? बहुत डार्क वाला, लाइट
Top of
वाला?
the board, exceeding 100 ADR even as we are in overtime.
या अगर रेफरेंस के लिए तुम्हारे पास कलर है किसी चीज का
After that 9-3
तो
start,
मुझे वो भी
I
भेज
never
सकते
think Faze would be leading in this map.
No, I thought this game was done because NiP were playing well enough, but FaZe absolutely mirrored what they pulled off on CT.
Faze
With
Clan,
a comeback, no less.
Ninja's CT side utility was fantastic.
Even this last round, they got Snappy to slip through to the top of B,
Sure,
get
yeah,
that
yeah.
kill.
No, you're right.
They had a 5v4.
It's still there, but if they're going to bank back into it, they got to get something done on
And
the attack.
Brokey, he's now hitting.
Yes, sir. Finds another one. With a free fallback, supported by Jacob on short. No threat for Brokey at any point. He's actually going to go for the wider angle. Jacob set up with the crossfire. Smoke pops in front of it. That's all good. He'll barrel stuff. Shush. Nice snap over by Kaspersky. Not able to find a multi-frag. Twist has got his number. Clearly best player in the server at the moment. Frozen let one go by and is here to stop them. Faze Clan on a quick road in overtime for this flawless CT hack.
Yeah, it's all planned for them. Every move after
Okay.
the first kill looked so easy. Brokey just setting up nicely to get these positional kills. Quick punish inside of the halls. I even like how Jacob knows what his next move is. As soon as he hears that flash inside of middle, he's not blind. He comes in to try to get some damage in. And as good as Kaspersky is, he's not as good as Twist right now.
Venom
पहले मैं करके भेजता हूँ तुम्हें. एक दो ऑप्शंस भेजता हूँ तुम्हें, ठीक है?
It's just a gimme at this point.
Gonna try to slam
Hello?
against Banana by the looks of it.
Okay.
This is a spam battle that could go either way. Oh, and Frozen's not gonna
आ
be
रही
able to
है
escape. Luckily, Twist trades one with the flames, collects.
Hello?
हाँ,
Shush,
कौन
keeps
है?
that pressure on.
सलाम
All the while, Kerrigan sits in
अलैकुम.
front of him.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम. 4 लोग एक साथ बोल रहे हैं मेरे पास यहाँ.
Trajectory
Let's
of the
push,
utility
let's
to
fucking-
Kerrigan, so he stays locked in. He'll finish him off.
यार तू अकेले गेम लगा देता है, बंदा इतना नहीं कि मैसेज करके ही पूछ ले यार.
Queued up.
Unreal. 3 straight. I think Kaspersky, I think he might have just got spotted right there.
Yeah, the way the knife
खत्म
comes
हुआ
out in
मैच.
library.
Oh!
1B ups.
Hello, Faze Clan.
Okay.
And perhaps goodbye NIP's hopes of winning this first
Venom
map of the
कितना रहता है
series.
तेरा?
This is Faze's pick, and they are fighting for
They
it.
were defending their honor with the map pick, right? You know, this veto could go on. They could definitely steal a map pick from NiP, but the fact that NiP were about to show them up so heavily and they responded in this way is incredible. Kerrigan wants to play aggressive too.
तो ओवर टाइम चल रहा है उस्मान.
At least NIP's CT side was rock solid. That much we learned. But a lot has changed since they were last here.
Yeah, you showed your whole playbook. It's been some time now.
The confidence on Faze Clan is boiling over.
Let's see if they make any of the same mistakes. You jerked down to 41 health.
I just feel like this
अपना वाला
entire
सीन
game
हुआ
has
है
been
इनके
played at
साथ भी.
half
कल
level.
वो जो हम लोग खेल रहे थे तो मैं डायरेक्ट
Okay.
The crosshair, Jacob, the young gun.
वो जो ओवर टाइम पे जाके वो हुआ था, ड्रॉ हुआ था.
वो
पठान जो आए हुए थे.
Kerrigan begins tiptoeing his way through the building, looking to take a challenge over towards Pit. Oh! And then Twist hits the instant headshot, but luckily here for NIP, you've still got Kaspersky.
They want to move on this. They'll space out.
He gets his one, repositions close up behind the truck, bomb inbound, and Twist goes deeper yet again, all supported by Frozen, and all on the shoulders of Snappy. What a
ओए
beautiful
तुझे पैसे
setup
कहाँ भेजूं?
out
500
of the
तेरे कहाँ
gate
भेजूं?
here for the ninjas in pajamas, taking it to FaZe Clan, showing
ओके मैं
us
करता हूँ
that
थोड़ी
it
देर
looked
में
like
तुझे
they were going to
मोबाइल
keep
चार्ज हो
this
जा
streak of
दूर
map
दूर
wins
दूर लगाऊंगा
rolling. NIP have not lost a map since being defeated by
अबे मैं
RNG.
बाहर कुछ खाने
FaZe
के लिए
Clan
लेने गया था
are
तो
going to
मेरी ऐप नहीं
change
चल
that.
रही थी और
Hats
एटीएम
off.
भी नहीं
And
चल रहा था
another
फिर इसलिए
real
तुझसे
test by
500
FaZe
इजी
Clan.
पैसा
This
करवाया
isn't
था
FaZe flailing around in the face of red cannons.
फिर उसको
We're
ट्रांसफर
damn
किए
near
थे
being
मैंने
eliminated by Fluxo. This is one of the hottest prospects of stage 1 in NIP, taking a real swing in the first 12 rounds and still being forced to give up that lead.
Didn't see that coming. They looked absolutely fantastic in this game on this comeback, and it's Nip who have to go back to the locker room to think about what they've done. The chance disappears, and the chance for a 3-0 is still alive here for FaZe.
Powering up each and every step of the way. Just the fact that it's across the board. We get good moments out of FaZe Clan, but lights out from Russell Van Dalken, star of the show on Inferno.
वेनम की कहाँ देख रहा
No chance at that now.
है अच्छा
We're going to get Hooksy backs in the server and get things reset and underway yet again into round 3.
अच्छा अच्छा देख देख
But already the CT side facing a situation. They're going to have no pistols into this next round. A chance for Astralis to build up that scoreboard. And
what truly for
hold back the attack, but he had to do more. And essentially a 1 versus 5 at that 8 bomb site. Him at some events, just the skill he possesses, ability.
They've definitely been muted and they can't find the remote. This is very rough from FlyQuest. Astralis though, Hooksy's back on the server. He's going to be playing with a MAC-10. We'll see a scout for Regali. Everybody else going to be on pistols. And we'll see if he can get a few tags. They're going to be stacking down towards that B-bomb site.
Okay, good tag. Don't want to take too many of those. Yabi's going to be much more passive now with 30 HP. Those USP's going to go attack him. Flashbang coming over, doesn't see it coming. He jumps up now, huddles down, gets one. Oh my lord.
All right, Yabi.
Exceptional work from Yabi with low HP.
Yeah, going to be happy about that kind of performance. Just handling some of the pressure. You know, Hooksy can move forward. Some money to be made in this MAC-10. There in the back of the dice box. Great kill, and then Regali answering one of his own. He'll go back again, but Stara's waiting. And through that smoke, will take him down with a Galil, followed up by Device.
Okay, now we get to go into the gun rounds. For this FlyQuest defense that I mentioned was so good against Fluxo, for them to challenge here in the guns against Astralis, you're going to have JKS being that rifler over at the 8 bomb site, liking to get aggressive every once in a while. Working with him is going to be Regali with the AWP more often. Vexite is B short. Nedic going to be playing out towards Monster. He'll be the defense of any of those fast rushes or those poppy plays. And Inns will be the rotating supportive element to both of the bomb sites. 4-1 start on the defense for FlyQuest. Nedic alone. 4 Molotovs thrown down, plenty of smokes at the moment. Magisk is going to take control, but misses the timing. Good peek from JKS. Quick kill. Allows him to reposition.
Connector door swings wide open as Astralis take it from both sides. Regali coming to address the problem.
Yeah, but this is cool. Because JKS has gone aggressive, Regali can take a really deep angle.
Oh, JKS is going to hear that ladder. You can see him communicating. Device is not going to walk towards JKS, and JKS will hear that. Can communicate all the information that they're currently walking towards that B-bomb site. FlyQuest have all the info. Can they step up with a defensive hold?
Device has the bomb, so if he stays back for way too long, JKS is going to grab another for free. Meanwhile, Regali and Vexite make this an easy round.
This is a well-played round from FlyQuest. Great to see it. They walk in. The only way they lose is if Hooksy got the line up there, and he only gets the 1 kill. So Device, just the one. The spacing's good, and shuts him down in the response, and FlyQuest can be happy about that round from
Astralis
CT side.
also never caught wind of JKS's piece of aggression, right? He got the kill, but they never spotted him push up any further. So that might be something JKS can return to if he senses the opportunity in these next few rounds. Good job on the boost. Good job from Regali with his position. Able to hop down the stairs with some quickness. And FlyQuest is on the board, and they do it relatively clean.
JKS is going aggressive again, but this time spotted by the boost. Realizes there's two players there, can't get involved in that, and so sends a grenade over to try and damage them up. But look at this play from Yabi. Going out through Monster into the B bomb site. Nedic hasn't spotted it.
He's dead.
Oh, he's so dead. Yabi's got the kill. That opens up B entirely, and now panic stations for FlyQuest.
Oh, they just can't believe. Maybe Astralis did a little bit of looking into the way they play these bomb sites and saw that Nedic every once in a while in that passive setup. There's a detail that you can slide in, a gap you can exploit. And that's just way too easy, and you can't go for this if you're FlyQuest. Everyone's still spread across the map. A full-blown save, immediate call, and Yabi wins Astralis a free round with a single kill.
Venom.
I mean, it goes
Hello?
without saying, you can't be giving up freebies like this in your elimination map.
No, especially with the way you've been playing in stage 2, where you're barely winning any rounds.
Yeah, nothing can be easy for Astralis, and that's way, way too easy. Nedic will be a little bit frustrated, but next round, JKS can drop him in
इसके लिए
M4. There'll be another full buy in the field.
छोड़ा हुआ था ना, आज ही तो मैसेज आया था, इसने ब्लॉक किया हुआ था मुझे.
Little giggle shared between Hooksy and Yabi.
मैं करूंगा यार
Might be a little
कल से.
tidbit that Hooksy passed over to him, like, hey man, look at the way Nedic's playing this. Maybe you should pick a round and really try for it. Really just kind of go for this crouch play.
टाइम का नहीं है मेरा.
Might be just a shared joke that they were able to make that work. 3-round lead.
भाई मैं उसको बोलूंगा तो तू खुद उससे बात कर ले.
Device, look how fast he is into connector. He's looking for that jump spot. We got to see one of those earlier this season. Chris shooting from Device, and he goes again. Hunting down into, gives away his position with a spam. Now Yabi going for it again. And the second time, not so successful pushing through B, but a lot of damage done, and then finished off by Hooksy's Molotov. So Astralis a 4v3 in the first couple of seconds of the round.
Yeah, I think Astralis is going to be so pleased with what Yabi just produced from there. Yeah, didn't get the kill, but the kill comes later
लोग
on
इसको
due to
कॉल
the
करूं जरा.
Molotov. So you combine that with Devices, and Astralis have a one-man advantage. Hooksy will take that to the bank every single day. 4-on-3 with over a minute to play with.
कहाँ हो बेटा?
Stair going to control the middle of the map, making sure none of the B defenders get aggressive and push
आ जाओ.
towards the stairs. Going to make sure that Astralis have all the time in the world to
कह रहा
execute
हूँ.
this walk out towards long.
मुनीब यार डिनर के लिए चला गया, कह रहा है घर वालों के साथ डिनर पे जा रहा हूँ.
FlyQuest is going to start taking the gamble. Two players shifting over to the A bomb site. JKS going to play close to back.
अबे मैं दोनों दिन यकीन मान सो गया हूँ, जल्दी सो गया हूँ दोनों दिन.
Okay for Astralis. I think they're going to be pretty happy about that one. And they're definitely going to be pleased with that.
Yeah.
मुनीब भी नहीं आया होगा.
Completely wrecked, and now we have
आया था क्या?
Oh, the timing! Here he is, arriving on the screen. Regali still able to react, get that kill.
कोई भी नहीं आया था.
Regali jumping, spotted. 20 seconds, moves forward.
Nice.
Utility down in front of him, smoke in the face.
They don't have bathrooms clear. JKS is there.
Yep, JKS, another piece of impact from a flanking Regali going through the start of the smoke. Now hunting down his second victim, 9 seconds left. Hooksy inside the smoke, committing to the plant, denied by Regali. Great hold with a 3K on the AWP and a sigh of relief as he finds himself the impact.
That kill from Stair, I like sells him a dream. I think Regali doesn't even shift. And actually, I think it's just because JKS and Regali
यार
say,
उस्मान
well,
मैं
if they
लेजिक
don't
करवा
beat
रहा हूँ
this kill, we can't win
थोड़ा
regardless, so
टाइम
there's
बाद.
no point in rotating. And what a weird round
आंखों
to
का.
end up going in the favor
अबे
of
नजर बहुत कम
FlyQuest.
हो गई है यार.
Man down, Device gets a kill through the wall, but in all the
चश्मे मैंने
chaos at
पहनने
this
नहीं
A
है.
bomb site, the aggression from JKS pays off,
हैं?
and Regali nails some good shots.
उसने भी करवाया था क्या? तो चश्मा तो नहीं पहनती होगी फिर वो.
All right, guys, you did it 3 rounds in a row. At some point, the FlyQuest is going to.
कहाँ से करवाया था उसने, कुछ पता है तुझे?
Last time we'll see that.
Yeah, at least for some time. They might come back to it a little bit later to try and catch him off guard, maybe one more time. But Yabi really trying to kind of sell this idea that they're never safe of him stepping through Monster.
Well, they handle business this time. FlyQuest.
बोल दे यार अगर समझा दे कुछ जगह का बता दे कहाँ से अच्छा है कहाँ से नहीं.
The bathrooms will be a successful position here for the AWP of FlyQuest.
पूछे बता दे.
Here in the utility coming towards him, Regali
और
burning
कॉस्टिंग
forward.
वगैरह का भी बता दे.
Can Regali step up when put under pressure? Here they go.
आंखों का नंबर पूछे तो वो
Device gonna challenge
आंखों का
into
अगर
Regali
नंबर
just
पूछे तो
off the
बताइयो कि
end of time.
-1 का -2 है और एक का -1.5 है.
Step forward, Nedic continuing to fry here for FlyQuest. It's now 5v3. They need this kill, in fact, in the bathrooms. Device can't afford to go down. Oh, Regali flash. Device hunts him down with the pistol. And the op's not connecting, but the sidearm will.
And now the op can actually go into supportive mode. Device just going to watch for this swing on the left
उससे
side of
नजर
the
0
boxes
by
from
0
his
हो जाती है ना
perspective.
Lasik
Stair
से
walks in, not looking. There's one behind him. Now it's an easy kill. Good job from Stair and Device.
चश्मा नहीं पहनना पड़ता नेचुरली आपकी नजर ओके हो जाती है उससे
And AWP chiming in a couple of shots, and we've got JKS 1v3.
And you know he's the A defender. You're always going to look towards long.
And everybody is. He's eyes on him already. Needs to kill quickly. Magisk will deny. And Astralis can be happy about that successful turnaround.
All right, yeah, Device is off, continuing its form from Mirage, where it was very impactful, to now having some good shots in swing positions.
And we got to bring it up. I mean, that is what we were talking about coming into this game, right? Was Device's AWP has been missing. We were talking about his low rating from day one, and he is showing up and delivering in this elimination match. Stair as well, always consistent, doing well again.
Hooksy's putting together a really, really good T side.
Yeah, happy about this one for
and
sure.
He's just eviscerated the economy. You have a Soul M4 on Regali and MP9 on JKS. USPs on the other three players, the default B defenders. FlyQuest unable to string rounds together as well, so really just having a tough time getting a foothold in this map. Hooksy looks like he's ready to flash long for the boys. Regali playing behind the rock. Depending on the timing of this flashbang, it could be all over. He's going to swing. He's going to swing, and they're not ready. Double kill. Nice and easy. Device trades it off, but that's heavy damage done.
Swinging out from behind the rock. No problem there for Regali. Puts them in a cage with a double. And Device just setting all these weapons over the fence. He's like, all right, no one's getting your hands on those.
I like that he settled on the AK-47 at the end, though. He realizes the op, there's no room in this 3 versus 4 for him to be a passive player. He's going to have to play with the pack and actually help them open up the bomb sites as well. Shifting back quickly to the B site, Stair over towards the blue door. He'll be attacking and maintaining presence over towards short with utility. Other two players, Yabby and Device, will slide in through Monster.
Right over towards Yabby's attack. He's got Device with him. Yep, such limited time. Got to make this one effective. This is where the pistols have a shot. Even though their default weapons is just the chaos and the amount of positions you've got to clear with such limited time, they've got to get the bomb back. Here's JKS. His chance, the only chance to try and deny. That's the bomb. And now they need the kill and run away. Ints, get away from this. Astralis, it is a disastrous round. How has that gone the way of FlyQuest?
All Regali, and obviously the mistake. 2 players out towards long, preparing to swing for the fight, just playing with nades out, knife out, not ready for any kind of a fight. Focus slipped for just a second, and Regali made you pay. And yeah, makes sense you'd call a timeout after that one to make sure tempers don't flare up, frustrations don't start setting in.
I think almost confused that they had such limited time that they were like, oh, there's no time. They actually have no time to win the round because the bomb is running down trying to fight.
It's when you throw your utility and you throw the nades behind Toxic Barrel and nobody peeks off of that. That's where you expect kind of the defense to try and pounce as you're sort of running out of the choke point and you're in the open. And the fact they didn't get any of those fights, I think that's where the realization sets in. That's like, oh, 20 seconds, we actually have to go hunt this down. And never saw that final player, JKS, behind the bomb site. Great work with the MP9 to help save the day, but these are the 2 kills that set it all up. Always frustrating losing a round like that to the USPs. Hooksy head in hand, but right back into the buy. Now they have money issues. 2 AK-47s, 3 Tech 9s. Yabby's going to trade out the Tech 9 so he can be the entry man.
Medic in behind the barrels. Here goes Yabby over the top, fighting with his Tech 9. It's going to be Ints to come out on top of that fight. Nedic to hold on, and Astralis do not break through this B bomb site defense. They need some of these kills to quickly go their way, and Hooksy just can't do it on his rifle. So it's Device, the sole man with an AK left. Bomb in the possession of FlyQuest and 5 targets. Device trying to cut them down and at least force a few rebuys.
Yeah, any economic damage he can do here would be spectacular, but he's bugging out and going home already. 55 seconds on the clock for him to decide if he wants to save or go for a few more kills. This has to be the moment right now. Now that FlyQuest has won their low buy eco, they've handled this round as well. They've won against the force buy. Actually, nothing really that Astralis can do. That's a rather weak hit. But this has to be the moment that FlyQuest finally show up here in stage 2.
यार ये डैरेन लंडे कह रहा है अब इसकी मर्जी है भाई, तू जो चाहे तूने करनी है तो आ जा, नहीं करनी तो नहीं.
Give the boys something to cheer for, something to get hyped up about.
अब मैं क्या बोलूं उसको, मुझे कह रहा है अब भाई मर्जी है तेरी, तूने करना है तो आ जा.
And get a lead going into the second half.
भाई मैं उसको बोलूंगा तुम दोनों से खुद बात कर ले, मुझे नहीं पता, तुम लोग जाना, वो खुद जाने, मुझे बीच में ना वो करे.
Should be up against mostly Glocks in this next round. Some conversation now coming out between the teams. Device being very vocal in this freeze time. He's got the AK-47. He gets to call his shot exactly where he wants to go, where he thinks he can find the opening kill. So let's see some Device AK work.
It's got to feel great for FlyQuest to actually be in the game.
Venom कहाँ चला गया?
That fight before Shush ever gets a chance to put it down himself. There's Frozen's impact already. Cheeky 1v2 clutch in the first round of the second map.
It's been a streak of nuke wins, but they know that this one won't be free necessarily versus Faze. One thing we're looking at this game, Kaspersky was great on Inferno for sure. I mean, a lot of players were. That wasn't a total failure. That was just a comeback that took place the same way the lead started. But Kaspersky is a god on this map. Top fragged every single map of this major they played on nuke.
Says thank you, I'll take that. Off the dead hands of his Wrinkle, climbs over the red box. Kaspersky taking some kind of a vision, but nobody else to really pressure here. Just Brokey peppering smoke with Famas. Catch a bit of chip damage as they go majority downstairs here, NIP. Not to mention a little lobby presence shown.
Yeah, they get one tag. Kerrigan starts to walk away slightly. Actually out of vision as well. Won't be able to get this early notice. So, thing is, there's no ramp take. So it's going to be an easy rotate for Frozen. Shush is on door duty.
Kaspersky not able to get the kill. They'll smoke out for the bomb to try to push out and plant. That could be money made. Oh, AK hits the ground with nothing. It's 2 players for NIP that have had it and tried, but
no one told them they closed the door.
Neither one gets the frag, so clean house downstairs for Faze. Sure, you give a little money over to the Ninjas, but so be it. It's a 2-0 CT side start.
Pretty okay considering they didn't actually rotate 2 down to start, and there was no ramp pressure once again. So first outside kill is easy. And I feel like Kerrigan kind of just like finding that equilibrium between like he was having a really good map where no one else was. Now he's contributing definitely, but like the rest of the team's also succeeding at the same time. I think if NIP loses this map, it's going to be mental. After their Inferno loss, they almost had that one. It's probably going to be Tilt that affects it.
Close outside as Snappy comes in full invested again. There's been a lot of willingness for that throughout the series, Ninjas. Coming in with a 1 rifle buy. Will it be worth anything at all is the question. Brokey could get caught off guard. Good slide up by Snappy, making the most of that. And keeping himself still comfortable with 72 health, climbing upwards, covered by Ujerks. Twist starts to rattle off, and Kaspersky catches one with his deagle. Good on Twist to put the gun down. That's the Galil drop. Still that looming threat of pistols, but it's a cleanup from FaZe Clan again. Still an answer. Shush finds his.
We got 2 players that could die to 1 bullet each from this deagle.
They're gonna boost over blue. Great way to keep eyes on that bomb.
Yeah, that's nice.
And they'll go layered.
this is literally impossible.
You'd think, unless he looks the wrong direction. Ugh. Shush. Nice attempt. He's had a great map back on Inferno. Tries to get it going here, but no chance.
How did Jacob even know he could slide out for that second kill? He's just getting more and more comfortable every round. Nice shot.
You know, I'm sure that's a part of the FaZe clan formula coming to this event, is telling Jacob, like, listen, just try to play your best, but the pressure's not on you. It's on the rest of us to kind of prop you up and integrate you well.
I think that's what makes Kerrigan stand out as an IGL. Yes, he's played with all of the best players of all time, but also he knows how to control superstars.
Yes.
He knows how to give just enough space that you can both feel comfortable but still play within a system.
I'm sure that Dust 2 game last night has just unlocked a new level for Jacob in terms of self-worth and confidence. And on top of that, then the rest of FaZe know that things are moving in the right direction. They can focus back on themselves because clearly Jacob's comfortable enough to succeed and to help them win games.
Nice tactic to find you jerks, or sorry, Kerrigan in the back of Big Garage. Gets a little scary outdoors.
I think outdoors is going to be a pain point for FaZe moving forward, right? It's huge shoes to fill with Rain. We saw him have to give up the position when Elige was a part of FaZe this year.
I mean, if this is going to be an upper take, it's going to be really, really hard to stop. We have U-Jerks playing in the back of Big, the early rotation, the preemptive one here from FaZe. This is kind of the perfect move from Nip, I want to say.
If you call me up, no, waste your time.
Whoa.
But if you call me up, I'll fucking you all time.
We're safe.
I don't wanna hurt you. Hello,
Starting to go over towards
Triple.
Secret. Is the retake even
Hello, madam.
attempted?
No, 4v5, you could maybe punish some exits, but
मैंने वेब का है तू आएंगे ना तेरा वेट कर रहा हूँ
they decided to,
अभी मैंने
you
वेट
know,
कर
have the
रहा
baseline
यार
unmanned, or even if there's one guy there, they're not really stopping
आज
that.
शीट लगा
And again, it's just actually the perfect move for Nip. They turned one
ये
tactic into a
नल्ला भी
free
खेल
site.
लेगा शायद बस मैं जल्दी से
Might
अपने
be a good
नए
name
वो
for a
लगा दूं
YouTube video.
नए IEMs
What's that exactly? Want to share with the class?
यार चुत्री खान
Back.
क्या हुआ
9 alive at the end of this one.
अबे रैम की प्राइसेस देख रहे हो
क्या हुआ ऊपर चली गई
Snappy made that one look
अबे
easy.
इतनी 70 60 हज़ार रुपए की मुझे तो पीसी बनवाना था
अबे ना कर इतनी महंगी
इतने का तो मदरबोर्ड आ रहा है
Impact was huge.
हाँ अबे ना कर
Find by FaZe.
क्यों बे
By 1.
16 GB 32,000 की क्या हो गया
Back online. Fast play outside.
16 GB
Ninjas
DDR
wall
4
smoke is
32,000
already up,
what
and
the
they catch
fuck
twist on the front end of main.
अबे
Trying to
8,000
rotate
रुपए
over
की
to
ली
support
थी
it is
मैंने
Kerrigan, but Nate pressure,
अबे
that
मेरी
looping
जो है
threat
ये
of
वो
all the
वाली
balls,
RGB
twist
वाली
just confirmed.
कॉर्सेयर की
And
और ये है
Kerrigan
32 GB
Kaspersky
3600
It took him
ये
too
मैंने ली थी
long.
32,000
Headshot up to the player on top, but Kaspersky survives. Great coverage from him.
So
Allows for NIP to
32
take over
years.
Secret easily.
Wow, Jacob's getting really outdoorsy here. But I mean, there's no real recourse for a team that's already
Okay.
lost 2 and doesn't have a
अबे अगर ऐसा है तो फिर तो
rotate
मैं ये
downstairs.
निकाल लेता हूँ
It's just another great situation for Nip.
नहीं ले लेता हूँ लेकिन खरीदेगा कौन कोई खरीदेगा थोड़ी
If they make noise, there's a chance there's a reaction, but if they don't, then there's no one that's going to come down to fight them. So, just another perfect call here for Nip.
On plant, no contest. It's a great round for Kaspersky from the top of main.
ट्वाइल प्रोन कौन सी DDR
Kerrigan, unfortunately, a bit slow to the reaction.
यार गेमिंग के हिसाब से कम है बाकी एवरीडे टास्क के हिसाब से बहुत
Uh-oh, frozen.
तूने कितने टैप
I was
खोले
gonna
हैं
say no save guaranteed. Ah, yeah, goes back and down to 12. That's the Nate to finish.
Okay.
Bada boom.
Get off
Roki hangs on. FaZe Clan 2 guns up this
Opa.
time around as they can see
Okay.
2 saves back to back.
squishies
And NIP close the gap.
As they brought up on the desk, it's going to be about trying to control Yard versus Kaspersky.
Oh, man.
Unlikely to happen.
कैसे
They got to
बोलूं?
really work hard for these kills.
Who is it? हेडफोन क्यों है?
Nice.
Fast door pressure. NIP change of pace. A-site's been theirs. Kaspersky trying to get out through the smoke. Plenty of bodies in position. Still that top hut. Never mind. Twist goes down with nothing as well.
That's a snappy rush.
Dude, this slam has paid off. And the chase is on at a shush. NIP taking control of the game now. You want to try to save, go ahead. This one was done in 20 seconds.
That's sweet. And yeah, all the money's gone. I mean, they had to reinvest just a little bit, but enough to keep Faze's economy at 0. They've got these 2 guns. They can keep it in the next round. Don't think they're going to be buying behind this, however. Solid calls here for Nip, and, you know.
Venom.
Yes, brother.
You want to get excited about
आजा.
everything. We saw
Yes,
the
मैं कह
comeback
रहा
back on it.
यार अच्छा आ जाओ।
Also a
यार मैं
CD
नए
side
वाले वो
comeback, CD side
क्या
comeback.
कहते हैं?
This is
आइए मैं इनको
I think for
इनको ना
Faze.
मैं ऑन कर रहा हूँ, इनके तार लगा रहा हूँ इनको 1 मिनट।
हाँ हाँ कर ले।
It's an excellent.
या तो मेरा बहुत अच्छा डिसीजन था ये लेने का, या मैंने बहुत बड़ा भांड मार दिया है। अभी पता चल जाएगा। हैं?
So awkward to the player beneath
यार
him. Instead,
मुझे याद नहीं है, मैंने तो मंगवाए थे इस बात को भी महीना हो गया, अभी आए।
NIP came flying out through
लेकिन
screens instead.
Well, you thought it was a different Molly as
ये
well. It was
हैं
landing on
ये
the
हैं
half of
KZ
the fight.
PRX।
Really sad, and everything worked perfectly in terms of the type of the attack, the flashes, where the Molly landed,
हाँ महंगे वाले हैं।
where they thought the CTs would be.
KZ PRX हैं
They let them out of seat.
और मैंने एक लिए हैं
and then we're
SimGod
standing
के
beside each other.
EM6L, वो $150 का है। ये वाला आई थिंक मुझे $60-80 का, $70 का पड़ा।
Oh, they are buying back into
ये
this.
PRX।
I guess with between the op and the rifle, they want to make this work. And Jacob gets upgraded here to an M4, so it's actually looking pretty decent. Nip will fly into the lead if they pick up a round win here.
Just doesn't feel like Nip are going to let off the pace. Twist freed up, no longer playing jumbled up with the player on hut either, so tucked into the vent. And also more heaven support just in case there is that recommitment from NIP to take the upper floor again.
I think that Faze are hoping for a quick upper exec. They started Brokey up in heaven, and
भूख लग रही है
obviously
यार।
Nip don't have the incentive to do that. They know they have more money this round. They can play
यार
into
वलीद
the final seconds of the clock. They just wanted to
भूख
draw
लग रही है।
out some of the remaining
Yes.
utility. Now there's
कुछ खा ले यार।
grenades left for Faze.
कुछ है ही नहीं खाने का, क्या करूं?
They have these 2 smokes and 1 flash. to
मंगवा
work
ले
with.
बाहर से।
NIP
Order
have all
कर
the
ले।
power. You know that rush is kind of in your back pocket. You know you could pull it out at any moment. You
अभी मैंने
see
किया था।
the timidness that it
यार
puts
एक
into
जगह है यहाँ पे
Faze's mind.
बैतुल
They
हलब,
started
हम
to use
वहाँ
a
से
sky
खाते
flash
हैं।
and ops event molly, and the CTs have no choice but to respond.
मेरे दोस्त शवरमा
Unlike
खाते हैं,
Mr.
मैं वहाँ से
Nip
उनका
Faze,
राइस
though, they're trying
प्लेटर
to get
खाता हूँ।
aggressive
अच्छा है,
instead.
कभी चलते हैं।
Not letting NIP
चलो
get
किसी दिन।
comfortable. Oh, well timed from Frozen, but it's not clean. And
एक
it's 3
मिनट
instant
में हेडफोन
kills.
निकाल लूँ, ये
NIP
लगा।
just sitting inside of the lobby, damn
एक
near
मिनट
caught
के
with
लिए I
their
won't be able
pants
to
down.
hear
You
you।
gotta finish your food.
Playing around with their grenades, and instead another domination in this upper site. NIP, this wasn't on their terms. This was them just reacting to a FaZe clan push that net FaZe nothing.
And they didn't have grenades, so they had to do something like that. And ironically, you know, when there's too many people in lobby, that's actually a great time to go for a retake on it, because fighting back out of those angles, it can just get too cramped, too complicated, too quickly. But they don't get the first kill. If they get the first kill, then it's a series of dominoes. But instead, well, it's a series of dominoes back. That's really easy for Nip. They don't get punished for switching grenades. All that happens is they come away with low health bars.
Era vera morta, era vera morta.
Oh, man.
Love that it's snappy of all people too, and then
What a
Shush
back
is able
kill.
to get back back into the door hold.
Then they just start firing at everything because they know it's a full lobby crunch.
Right. They knew there was something on the brink of occurring. So
unlike these last rounds, like FaZe were able to save when it didn't work out.
Hello?
this time it's
Hello?
majority pistols. This would be a beautiful
Yes,
moment
नए
for
वाले
them
लग
to
गए
go
हैं.
back into that upper slam.
Let's
It's
test.
fast, but it's a different direction. Down into the vent already. Oh, this T side is
Good ball.
just outpacing
Hello?
FaZe.
Hello? Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
but
Hello?
Frozen doesn't manage a second kill. Poor Kerrigan down to a quarter health as well. Ujurk's down here on a vacant B bomb site, but
Aaja,
feeling
CS
squeezed and unsure as
Aaja,
to
aaja,
whether there's a
बैठा हूँ
threat
CS
behind him
में.
in single.
And they didn't drop vent because they're not sure if they could have.
Harami
But this allowed Ringo
chuha.
to get downstairs to watch it, and Shush has
Harami
the top.
Of course he
chuha.
does. Down goes Jacob, down goes man advantage. And they're already starting to peel away. FaZe forced to save.
Yeah, it's quick and decisive.
Wow.
And when you do that, then you have opportunities to like make mistakes. And even though a couple of kills go the other way, so much map control so quickly, and they just let Shush hang back as their insurance policy to make sure nothing else could go awry.
Damn, Shush. At the top of the
Man, तू नहीं आ रहा?
there, comfortable twice now, whether that was in the face of Twist's
रोक
aggressive
दे यार इसको भी आने दे.
move last round,
Venom
Yes, bro.
showing his value yet
कैंसिल
again from
करिए.
map to map.
अच्छा चल फिर छोड़ दे. दिल नहीं कर रहा तो छोड़ दे.
Starting to feel like FaZe are in a bit of
आगे
a
का
free
फिर तू.
fall. Just can't
जीतना
keep
है
up with
हमने
this
मैच.
attack from the Ninjas.
हाँ लगा दिया.
5 rounds straight to the attack.
नहीं यार इरफान इसमें मजा आता.
तूने आना है तो बता जल्दी.
And we chalk it up to lesser guns.
रोक
FaZe
ले
are
यार
getting
आ
ready
रहा है
for another
नल्ला.
fast move from NIP, 'cause I feel like so far it's been impossible to get a read on Snap.